A new variant has also appeared in South Africa. It was first detected in the east of the country. Like the variant discovered in the UK, it is reportedly more effective at spreading than the common form of coronavirus. It does not, however, appear to provoke more serious symptoms in those that it affects. It was also reported this morning that a third variant appears to have emerged, this time in Nigeria. Little is known about the mutation, but Africa's CDC will convene for an emergency meeting sometime this week. I want to bring in Dr. Susan Weiss. She is a microbiologist at the University of Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So let's talk about how these new variants were discovered. There are a lot of people out there concerned about them, so can you break that down for us?
Okay, so a lot of scientists are sequencing viral genomes from patients. So it's just a matter of sequencing enough genomes to find new variants. And they're going to be, these viruses change all the time. So it's not surprising that if you sequence enough genomes, you will find variants. No two genomes are going to be exactly the same.
So what is the likelihood that there is a previously unknown variant making the rounds here in the U.S. that we simply aren't aware of yet?
Yeah, it's quite possible there are variants. There are certainly, if you look at regional variation from one part of the country to another, you will find difference in the genomes. It's just that most of these differences really don't don't really matter, so to speak.
And we hear a lot of medical experts reassuring the public that these vaccines should have an impact on these variants, whatever they may be. Why do you think they're so confident in these vaccines?
I'm pretty confident. I'm quite confident also because when you make a vaccine against even the spike protein alone, you're evoking an immune response against this whole long protein. This is a very long protein, so that if you have a mutation in one amino acid or a couple or two amino acid deletions that we're hearing about the UK virus, it's really unlikely that that's going to affect the response against all the rest of the part of the protein. So I'm quite confident that it will still be effective. And I know that I've heard that Pfizer and Moderna are actually testing the response to their vaccines against this UK variant.
Well, you know this topic better than most. So when you heard of this UK variant, were you surprised?
No. I was not surprised. I'm surprised. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but way back in the beginning of the epidemic, there was this D614-G variant that everybody was quite worried about. And that one that virus may spread a little bit more faster than other viruses, but people have just sort of forgotten about it. I think it remains to be seen if this virus is really something to be concerned about. We really don't know yet.
Well, let's talk about the UK variant. You know, it's supposed to be up to 70% more transmissible. So how do we know that? And does that mean that it will kill more people, unfortunately, because it's going to infect more people?
Okay, well, first of all, it's not more. There's no evidence that it's more pathogenic, so that it's not going to kill. Once someone's infected, it's not more likely to kill them. Whether it really, the number 70% more transmissible, I really don't understand where that comes from. There's no real experimental data. There was a report that I saw yesterday in the media of a not yet peer-reviewed paper that suggests, based on modeling and watching how people move, that it actually is more transmissible. But this has not been peer-reviewed yet, and there's really no experimental data comparing the viruses, which I would like to see to really be convinced that it was more transmissible.
Well, listen, Okay, I appreciate your outlook on this. I'm sure your words have reassured a lot of Americans out there as they look what's going on with the vaccine and the coronavirus during this holiday season. Dr. Susan Weiss, thank you so much for your time. Happy holidays.
Thank you. You too.